Hey, what's going on guys? It's Jatho here, bringing you guys another video. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day so far. So I'm going to be bringing you guys a review of Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Strikers. This game came out a couple weeks ago. I've put about 34 hours into it, and I've really enjoyed the game so far. But there are some things with this game that are going to be very problematic, and it's not worth 50 bucks on Steam. And I believe it's 60 bucks on console too, which is just ridiculous. So I'll get into that in a second. But first off, if you're a fan of Naruto, you'll love this game at the core. It provides you with many loved jutsu, including the Rasengan. You get to play alongside and as 20 of your favorite Naruto Shippuden and Boruto Next Generation characters. You first start out by choosing between 5 villages: the Leaf Village, the Sand Village, the Mist Village, the Stone Village, and the Cloud Village. The only thing that matters between them is the passive abilities that the armor gives you. However, that armor is purchasable later for 3,000 Ryo per piece of clothing. If you'd rather not spend your money on clothes, you can also unlock them through scrolls. Scrolls are a cool way to try to unlock new things. You can unlock many different weapons to use for different roles in the game. And that brings me to the next point. There are 4 roles in the game that make the game fun and varied. The first role is attack. The point of this attack is to, well, attack. It's pretty straightforward and it's really good for beginners. The next class, in my opinion, is one of the harder classes to master until you get the special ninja tool that makes the class so easy paired with certain jutsu. Ranged is similar to attack in the sense that you have to attack, however, you do this from a farther back standpoint. The third class is my personal favorite, and it's defense. Defense is supposed to defend, and they're tankier, and they have more health, and they're supposed to be able to defend, you know. However, they can still put up massive damage between their jutsus and their basic attacks. While they are good for attacking, they're still really just best when they're defending. It makes sense if you put 2 and 2 together. Now the final class in the game is the healing class. They're supposed to support your team by giving them strength bonuses and healing. They also tend to deal out a decent amount of damage because the weapons that they have are pretty good. However, when you're playing at your best, the game is very fun at any class. The combos that you can pull off, and the jutsus, and any AoE ult that you get a team wipe with is just a great feeling. The queue times for the game are relatively quick, and the game's less as long as about, a Call of Duty team deathmatch. And now for the bad stuff. Now before we get into this, I'm going to say that the bad stuff outweighs the good stuff, but the bad stuff can be fixed. And that's all it needs to do. It just needs to get fixed, and I feel like it can be completely fine and be a really good game. However, there's a lot of bad stuff, so let's get into that now. First off, the name of the game is just super awkward, like Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker. Like, there's no point. Like, me and my friend, we just call it Naruto, and we leave it at that. There's like no other point to call it anything else, or maybe Shinobi Strikers. Like, it just doesn't make sense for it to be anything else. Like Naruto to Boruto just is weird. On top of that, the game isn't even balanced well. The attack rolls is like the second most exploitable class, if Pain is your master. Otherwise, it's a pretty fun and balanced class. But if Pain is your master, he will give you an infinite combo if you have already used your substitution jutsu, which basically is supposed to teleport you out of any situation that could cause you trouble. But if you already used it, you have to wait 10 seconds because it's at least 20 seconds, and whenever you get hit, it doubles the cooldown. Well, that just puts it at 10 seconds, so it's really, like, you just get infinite comboed if you already used it because their cooldown went down slower or faster. So, attack can be pretty exploitable. But the only thing I have a problem with ranged is their Demon Wind Shuriken. It's just like, it's a boomerang shuriken, so you throw it and it just like hits you, and it continually hits you, and you can take out half of a defense's health, who is supposed to be tankier and be able to take more damage. Which that makes me think, well, what if you hit another ranged person with that? Would it just kill them in one hit if they didn't have a substitution jutsu? It's not even okay. And it's so spammable. Like, you can use it so often, and if you pair it with Angelic Advent, which is one of Conan's jutsus, which makes you be able to use ninja tools until the jutsu runs out, you can literally just do it forever, and it's so painful. It just does so much damage. Now, as much as I want to say that defense isn't super busted, it's a pretty stupid class too. I feel like if you had a team with 4 defense, you can win pretty much any game mode just because you have so much health and so much damage. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous because between the health, the damage, and the super armor on your heavy attacks that can take out take out a quarter of a ranged character's health in one hit, it's kind of just not fair. It's so unbalanced, and it just doesn't make sense that a defense character can deal that much damage. And now we got the healers. I feel that they might be the most busted of all the roles, and I don't say that lightly. They absolutely are way better than any other class, I feel like. They are the hardest to kill. They can slowly whittle you down without you even knowing. And then, even if you do get hits on them, they can heal. And when they heal, none of it matters. None of the damage you did matters because they can heal to full health really quick. And on top of that, they can paralyze you, or they can make you unable to use any of your jutsus. And that's just, it's disgusting how good that role is. Whenever, like, they feel more attack than range does, because they can heal and still whip out a massive amount of damage, and it's just ridiculous. And I don't find it fun to play against them whenever you literally cannot kill them, no matter what you do. Moving on past the roles and how each of them are broken in their own aspects, the game is just super glitchy. Me and my friend were playing, and we were on the Hidden Rain Village. I'll show you the clip here in a second. But he used Planetary Destruction, which is Pain's ultimate jutsu. It can one-shot anyone caught in it, and it's a really good jutsu. But instead of killing the guy, it just left him floating in midair for the rest of the game. And he was able to get his ult pretty early on because we were doing really well, so he was stuck like that for about 3 minutes. And I'll show you the clip.
He's so high up. He's so high up, Vaughn.
Oh, I see it.
He's literally on top of the middle point.
Come on, go up there. Why are you going over there? Oh my god. My lariat, like, with, like, autism. Oh my. Oh! Yes!
Good job, Vaughn.
What?
What?
What the,
I think it's lagging, because he's, like, in this weird false
what the heck?
I think it's lagging.
Go,
It's
Bruiser,
lagging.
go! Go! Go faster!
No, I
please.
think he might. I think he just might be glitched.
Wait, what? Our flag. Oh, they didn't get it? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going back towards their base. That's dumb. Yeah,
I think he's just
they
glitched.
Yeah, he's glitched. Oh
And
my god.
he can't take damage either.
Well, that's good because he just sits there.
So yeah, just the game, that wasn't the only glitch that I've seen. You know, the targeting seems super glitchy, like it won't actually lock onto someone when you're looking at them, or whenever you use a jutsu like Lightning Lariat or Rasengan, it just doesn't feel like it's tracking onto them, whoever you're locked onto, so I feel like that's an issue that they need to fix as well. Now, kunai are really good. It's ridiculous how good it is because they can cancel out through super armor or like Mojo's jutsus, even some ultimate jutsus. Like Pain's ult, you shouldn't be able to stop that. I feel like during any ultimate jutsu, because it makes you go through a cutscene before you use it, if you press a button to use your ultimate, it should not take that away from you. You should have it there, and that should be all it does. You should not ever be able to be hit out of your ultimate jutsu. I think that is a completely fair and reasonable thing. I think that being able to be knocked out of your jutsu is unfair, and it just makes the game that much worse. Also, sometimes whenever you're on a wall or above a pit, if you get hit by a kunai, you just plummet, and there's nothing you can do. Because if you already substitution jutsu, then you can't really do anything. You can't get out. And so you're just stuck falling and you die. And it's just kind of a bad mechanic, and it's not fun. And that brings me to my next point. The game relies too much on substitution jutsus, because if you don't have it, then you really can't escape a lot of the combos that the attack does, or you can't escape from falling off. No matter what you do, if you spam, click, or spam press, depending if you're playing on mouse and keyboard or a controller. If you spam click your light attack or your heavy attack or your air dodge or your second jump, if you already use your second jump or your substitution jutsu, you're screwed if you get knocked off the edge. You literally cannot do anything. And it's just so lame. The game just disables you from playing because, well, you got hit once on stage, but you got knocked off so you can't recover. It's just a baloney mechanic, and that needs to be fixed. Also, keep in mind that this game is only good for its PvP multiplayer. The missions are just 8 or 9 missions repeated over and over again, but at different difficulties. Not only that, but there is not a single touch of story. The only reason to do the missions is to unlock certain masters, so that way you can become stronger. And then when you're going through the missions in the beginning of the game, the NPCs that you need to talk to progress, they just don't exist. They're just sometimes not there. So you have to either go back out to the menu, or play a multiplayer game, or a mission that you've already played just to get the next person so you can go on and progress through the game. It's very much unnecessary and frustrating. And other than that, if you play the game for 5 hours straight, you'll get the credits. And just be dumbfounded by how important those 5 hours were. The menus are also just super slow. There seems to be unnecessary amount. There seems to be an unnecessary amount of time to wait after your options pop up on the screen. And also, to top it off, the servers are just so bad. They just don't work well. It feels like anytime you're playing, you're going to rubber band around the map at least once or twice. And there's no offline mode, so I wouldn't even worry about getting the game if you don't have internet, because there's no point in even playing if you don't have internet. And now for my final statement about the multiplayer. They have the worst idea for ranked. Rotation. There are 4 game modes in total in the game, so why would you make it on rotation? It doesn't make sense. Because there's 4 game modes. There's Capture the Flag, Base Battle, a Deathmatch mode I believe, and a Barrier mode. I haven't gotten to play the Deathmatch mode or the Barrier mode, so I have no opinion on them, since I've only played the ranked game modes, which the only ones that have been in there are Base Battle and CTF. So I haven't had a chance to play the other 2. However, Capture the Flag is probably the worst thing to come out of this game. It leaves you at a draw at least 50% of the time you play this game. Capture the Flag is just so horrible. All you see is people sitting by either flag defending. Once someone dies at their ally's flag, they go for the take. And when the flag drops, it drops in a set spawn location. It doesn't drop where you defeat the person carrying the flag. Heck, the chances of them dropping the flag after being hit by is slim. It's so inconsistent how the flag falls off the carrier. Sometimes it'll fall off in 1 hit, sometimes it won't fall off after 5 hits. The inconsistency in the game mode is just so unenjoyable that the game mode just sucks. Not to mention that it's the only game mode in the ranked playlist in the week that I'm making this. Look, the game is all in all enjoyable for a Naruto fan. I've been playing the heck out of this game and I don't intend to stop anytime soon. Down to the core of this game, it's a Naruto game where you get to create your own shinobi and battle it out against other people all over the world. I would definitely say to buy this game, only on sale though. A maximum of $30 and it'd be worth it. There are little to no spoilers, all it shows is whose children are whose and who marries who. So if you don't care about that, there's a plus. A lot of the bad things that I listed today can easily be fixed like I said previously, and they should be soon. If they get fixed, the game could become more enjoyable to most people, and it could actually be a great game. So guys, I just want to thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, press the like button. And while you're at it, press the subscribe button, and go ahead and hit the bell icon. What? I'm asking too much? Well, at least drop a like, and if you're feeling generous, do subscribe, because I would be ever so grateful. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.